Mike Tyson wasn't just a boxer. He was an event. The sound of his name alone sent tremors through the boxing world. The baddest man on the planet. That title wasn't a marketing gimmick. It was a warning label. Tyson's presence in the ring was like witnessing a natural disaster. Inevitable, violent, and unforgettable. He didn't just fight opponents. He dismantled them. When he walked toward you, eyes locked, gloves twitching, that was the moment most men realized they were already defeated. If his punches didn't break you, his stare did. And when that bell rang, the ring became his world, his church, and his battleground all at once. Every swing, every jab, every brutal knockout added to the myth of Iron Mike. He was fast. Faster than a heavyweight had any right to be, and when his gloves connected, they carried the weight of thunder. Tyson was the embodiment of pure aggression wrapped in perfect discipline. His combinations weren't random chaos. They were mechanical precision delivered with animalistic fury. When he fought, it wasn't about lasting 12 rounds. It was about surviving the first two. Tyson's rise wasn't built on luck or hype. It was born from pain and forged in blood. As a kid, he was angry, abandoned, and searching for a purpose. Boxing gave him that. Under the guidance of Cus D'Amato, he found a channel for his rage, a way to turn his inner chaos into controlled destruction. By the time he entered the professional ring, he wasn't fighting for fame. He was fighting for identity. Every punch he threw carried years of frustration, rejection, and hunger. His opponents weren't just men. They were obstacles between him and the respect the world once denied him. And the world took notice. The highlight reels didn't lie. Fighters fell before him like trees in a storm. Men who entered confident, laughing at his height or youth, left the ring broken, dazed, and questioning everything. Mitch Green, the gangster who swore to destroy Tyson, found out the hard way. Tyson didn't just beat him in the ring. He beat him again on the streets, with one punch so devastating that Green's face told the story better than any newspaper could. Even the toughest men learned that when Iron Mike was angry, he didn't stop at victory. He aimed for annihilation. But Tyson's legacy wasn't just about fists. It was about fear. He wasn't a fighter who waited for openings. He created them. He charged like a predator, hunted like a professional, and executed like an executioner. When he fought Trevor Berbick for the heavyweight title, it was supposed to be a test. Instead, it became a massacre. Berbick, the man who once sent Muhammad Ali into retirement, thought his experience would protect him. Tyson proved him wrong in under 7 minutes. Every punch Berbick took spun him around like a rag doll. By the time he hit the mat, the torch had passed, and Iron Mike became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. But Tyson wasn't done. He wanted everyone, every loudmouth, every doubter, to feel what it meant to disrespect him. Fighters like Tyrell Biggs and Carl Williams found that out in the most painful ways possible. Biggs, who once mocked Tyson's skills, ended up crumpled under a series of hooks that looked almost inhuman in speed. Williams, who bragged about beating a younger Tyson in the gym, didn't even last one round when the Real fight came. Tyson didn't just defeat them, he erased them from memory. Yet, among all the names he crushed, one stood apart: Larry Holmes. The man who once humiliated Tyson's idol, Muhammad Ali. For years, Tyson carried that image of a broken, aging Ali being battered by Holmes. When the chance for revenge came, it wasn't about a title, it was personal. Before the fight, Ali himself stepped into the ring and whispered to Tyson, "Get him for me." What followed was not a match. It was vengeance. Holmes was dismantled piece by piece. Every punch was repayment. Every knockdown was redemption. When Holmes finally fell for the last time, Tyson didn't just win. He avenged the greatest boxer who ever lived. But even kings face challenges. Tyson met giants, both in size and in reputation. Men like Jose Ribalta, Tony Tucker, and Frank Bruno, all bigger, taller, and heavier. But Tyson wasn't built to be intimidated. He turned those giants into monuments of his dominance. Ribalta, with his towering frame, believed his reach would keep Mike away. Instead, Tyson turned him into a rag doll. Tucker, a skilled, undefeated champion, landed his best shots, but Tyson kept coming, absorbing the punishment and returning fire with relentless precision. Bruno tried to play dirty, clutching and holding to escape the storm, but it only enraged Tyson further. The moment he broke free, his gloves exploded in a blur, and Bruno hit the mat like a felled tree. Tyson wasn't just beating opponents. He was sending messages. Still, no fight tested Tyson's limits like his wars with Donovan Razer Ruddock. Those two fights weren't just bouts, they were battles between gods. Ruddock was powerful, unpredictable, and fearless. His smash punch could end careers, and for the first time, Tyson met someone who didn't crumble under pressure. Their exchanges were brutal. Raw violence at its purest. Both men left the ring bloodied, but neither broke. The world saw that even in chaos, Tyson was willing to walk through hell and come out standing. He wasn't just a destroyer, he was a survivor. But behind the aggression, there was always the haunting shadow of what Tyson represented. He was a product of the streets, of a system that created monsters to survive. He carried his trauma into every fight. That hunger made him invincible for a time, but it also made him vulnerable. When fame, money, and betrayal started replacing discipline and hunger, the machine that once terrified the world began to crack. Yet even then, every time he stepped into the ring, people felt that spark of fear. Because no matter how much time passed, one truth remained: if Tyson caught you clean, you were done. Mike Tyson's career wasn't perfect. It was tragic, violent, and chaotic. But it was also beautiful in its brutality. He redefined what it meant to be a fighter. He made boxing dangerous again. When he said, "I want your heart. I want to eat your children," it wasn't metaphor, it was pure instinct. Tyson wasn't playing a role. He was the role. He was the storm every fighter prayed would pass them by. And that's why, decades later, fans still whisper his name with awe. Because Mike Tyson wasn't just a boxer, he was a moment in time. A reminder that fear can be power, pain can be purpose, and rage can become art when unleashed with precision. The story of Iron Mike isn't just about victories or titles. It's about dominance, redemption, and legacy. So, what do you think? Was Mike Tyson the most feared fighter to ever live, or was he a misunderstood genius trapped inside his own legend? Did his downfall make him more human, or did it steal the myth that made him invincible? Let us know in the comments below, and if you love diving deep into the untold stories of sports legends, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a knockout moment like this.